Aloha. I tell you what, it was really wonderful seeing you today. The construct behind this is we're going to take what we learned last time and put it to an idea of what you can practice. So if we have a C and we know that we are C to C sharp is a minor second, that means that anytime two notes are touching each other, no matter what they are minor seconds. When we have two notes that don't touch each other exactly, but are right next to each other or situated next to each other, those are called major seconds. They're a construction of a minor second plus a minor second, which equals a major second. A minor plus a minor plus a minor, three of those equals a minor third. So when we have four of those, it equals a major third. Now that major third, I like to play either like this, one finger, two finger, four finger, or one finger, three finger, five finger. I generally do this when I'm having fun, you know, but it's reserved generally for this. Major third, minor third, perfect fourth. So we could work our way down from the lower end, the extremity, just by playing through our major third and then moving one of our hands to find ourselves playing just arpeggiated ways up the keys. We also use that kind of methodology later when we're trying to add, like, say, sus notes. And trills. But we want to get accustomed to working from one way to the other. So a good way to do that is to get accustomed to playing major third, minor third, perfect fourth. Two hands. Fun, huh? One of the ideas that we have from the construct of these notes is when we play something in a major scale, they will use all the diatonic notes. That's why we teach from the key of C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So being able to hear an augmented note, or a flat five in this case, we would know it's coming from and not going to. So the concept of using the augmented will help us to hear that distance. The way I do it is I teach interval training. If you could successfully go through the whole thing and then pigeon 1 to 2, then 1 to 3, then 1 to 4, 1 to 5, what happens is you start to develop a relationship with the intervals. So that's all we need to do is practice that in some form. Maybe like a pulsing perfect eights on a C. The purpose of these exercises is it steps outside of traditional teaching, but it allows you to open your mind to intervals, use more of your oral skills and auditory listening. And through the process of writing your own mechanism of practicing, like it can't just be this all the time. Eventually you'll do. And let's say you get to the point where you feel and then you feel like a melody that arrives out of that. We could talk about what kind of melody would you use over an augmented chord and why you would use these. And how to develop a relationship with moods that we call modes. But the way we do it is we practice through these modal scales, and it starts with hearing intervals. So try and do those and then sing them. 1, 4, 1, 1, 1. Find your range. La 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 la. Trying the chromatic scale is a great way to move thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer, pointer. At this point, I take over thumb and I rock them. Thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer. Some people drop down here and then go under. I think that's a wasted step. I don't know. Either way, you're going to find your way from one board to the other, to being able to move through all of your notes. And eventually, after practicing these all the time, you will find a way to get from C to C chromatically and have it sound good. Now it's time to get rid of chords. And when we see that there's only so many chords in the C major and only so many chords in C sharp, 7 major chords and then 12 chromatically, we really get a broader grasp on why we start adding another note to our traditional triads. It gives us another way to add more expression based off of the 1 is always going to have a 5, and that 5 holds tension. So the other takeaway, finding your fifths, knowing exactly where they are, and being able to lay down your hands. So if you have your B flat to your F and your B to your F sharp, you are in good condition. That way you can always find F sharp, C sharp, and then pick a major or a minor or a sus or a sus. It's a great way to go about finding 1 and 5 and playing out the other notes, which is why we learn 5 notes, and then when we go to D, we learn 5 notes, and then E, 5 notes, all the way through this. Our first 5 notes of every scale is a great thing to know. And then, as I was saying, with those 5 notes, you could do any sort of moderation you want. Or you go. You do a different thing with your hand that you're capable of, and if you find yourself faltering and doing it, do it slower. And you could write your own mechanisms, or I could write them for you, or we could write them out in notation. Either way, engaging in what you're doing and knowing what it is what we're shooting for, and trying 2 different rhythms on both of your hands while singing. And getting those weird flusters out so you can hear. And by that time, the time it takes to practice these dinky little exercises, like you could do it in every key at a certain point, and inevitably all these little mechanisms that we use to play just these individual synchronous things come out in our playing style. I hope you had a lot of fun today. Can't wait to see you next week or during the week if I see you during our passing hours. Aloha, have a great holiday.